What's up, everybody? It's Gomlet X, and I am out of gems for Ravnica drafts, but I still have just enough to do a ranked draft, and I also like Core Set 2019 more than Ravnica. Unpopular opinion alert, because core sets are like so simplistic, but I feel like Ravnica is also pretty simplistic just in that it just shoehorns you into guilds and stuff, but Core Set is simplistic in a different way, but I like a lot of the cards here. I just think it's a cool format, and I think the pick here is definitely Izareth the Awakener. She's pretty cool, and if you can get a swing in with her, you get to return a creature from your grave. So that's pretty nice. There's also a Shock, which is good. Diagraph Ghoul could maybe be okay in a really aggressive deck. Starcrowned Stag is really good in your white aggressive decks, mostly Boros. It's really good in, but I'm definitely going to take the Izareth. She's cool and she has a lot of impact. She's also cheap. She's a 3-mana 3/3 with Death Touch, so even just base stats level, that's a very good card. This pack, there's nothing in black, like at all. There's Infernal Scarring, so looks like we've got to take something in another color here and maybe move in. So the picks here are a Shock or a Spark-Tongued Dragon. Both of those are good. Spark-Tongued Dragon is a very late play that comes in and gets rid of something, hopefully like a 2/2 flyer or a 3/2 flyer, and you'll decide to let the Spark-Tongued Dragon get in there. But again, it is like an 8-mana thing, so not so sure about that. There's also Knightly Valor, which is okay. It's mainly just for the Aura deck. I don't usually like taking them unless they're in the Aura deck. And there's Dryad Greenseeker, which I've liked that card a lot. It just makes sure that you're not drawing nothing but lands. If there's ever a game where you had like 6 lands on deck, on top of your deck throughout the game, and you would have just gotten super flooded, if you had a Dryad Greenseeker out that whole time, you're still drawing 2 cards. You're still drawing non-land cards, because you're just flowing through all the lands on top. So I like this card a lot, and I think I'm just going to take it here. This doesn't necessarily mean that I will be green-black, but it does mean that I will have a Dryad Greenseeker that I have the option of playing. So yet again, pretty empty on the black cards. There's a Strangling Spores, which is okay. I think it's pretty good, but I do think that Lich's Crest is just far better. And then there's Rise from the Grave, which is a very late game card, and as such, I'm not a huge fan of it. But the other cards in here, I'm very excited about Skyrider Patrol. I think this card is great. It's a green-blue flyer, and in the green-blue builds, you just all of a sudden give like a Colossal Dreadmaw flying, and then shit just goes crazy. So I think I'm taking the Skyrider Patrol. And yeah, we're really hoping to just get something to cement us into a 2-color pair here, so I don't have to end up just doing Sultai, which is just weird and not good. So there's a lot of good white cards. There's Gallant Cavalry and Starcrowned Stag, which I guess 2 is not a lot, but every other color there's only like 1 good card. I guess there's 2 good blue cards. There's Omen Speaker and Sift. I think both of those are quite good. Kind of like Divination just as much as Sift, so I'm not like insanely excited about that. Just because Divination, you get to cast it out a turn earlier. I feel like there are a lot of good 4-drops in the set, and that putting something on the board on 4 is a little bit more of a loss than just not playing anything on turn 3. However, I don't really know if I want Omen Speaker here. Omen Speaker is really good, but this seems like more of a Sift kind of thing. I don't know. I think it's between Sift and Omen Speaker. Maybe even just the Centaur Courser. It's just a 3-mana 3/3, but the blue cards aren't super exciting, so that doesn't lock us into blue or black. So I think I'll take the Centaur Courser, and then we're just definitely planning on green, and we might be green-black, we might be green-blue. We'll figure it out later. Foul Orchard is really good just for mana fixing and making sure we can cast things, but I think Gaspark Twins is just a gigantic dude. I'm just going to draft green for like the 3rd time in a row in this set. And that's how it's going to be. I don't think any of these black cards are exciting. The blue card isn't exciting. Literally, none of these cards are good at all. Anaki Ogre's maybe okay. And then there's like Elvish Rejuvenator or Rock's Oracle. I think these are the only half-decent cards in here. And I'll take the Rejuvenator. Makes casting Gaspark Twins easier. So we take a Foul Orchard now. But there's also Greenwood Sentinel, which I like him a lot. And hopefully we wheel at least one of these Foul Orchards. That would be very nice. Here I'll take a Giant Spider. Again, just the black and blue cards have not been as exciting. Maybe you guys think that they're a lot better than I do, but I haven't really been excited by any of those cards to like lock me into one of the other colors. It is possible we could end up like green-black and splash in a Skyrider Patrol. Skyrider Patrol isn't actually that unsplashable. All you need is 1 blue mana, and then it does everything that it was going to do. Because then you just get to cast it, and you just need 1 blue mana every turn to use its ability. Alright, so this pack gets Bristling Boar or Gear Per Guide, and Gear Per Guide has put in a lot of work in my last couple of rounds through Magic 2019. The card has been very good. Let's get Timber Gorge. I'll also take Divination at this point, or Greenwood Sentinel. I'm going to take Greenwood Sentinel because it's something I am absolutely playing no matter what. Whereas Divination, like, depends on what we end up. Naturalize, I'm probably not running. It is best of 1 in ranked draft, so I guess I'll take a Child of the Night in case we end up green-black. Wall of Vines that I'm not playing. Comfortable Shill that I'm not playing. We didn't get any of the dual lands back, which is unfortunate. Well, this is unfortunate. That's a Johnny. Yeah. I mean, I could take Lich's Caress and just go into black and miss out on a Johnny, which is probably the best pick here. I don't know. If I'm not playing black, the only card I'm really missing out on is Izareth. Because Child of Night, the reason that Child of Night's just sitting here in the sideboard is because it's not like a reason to go into the color, so I don't have it here to incentivize me to go into that color. So I have one card that tells me you should be playing black and one card that tells me you should be playing blue. I feel like a Johnny is even more of a you should be playing white than either of these cards. So I think that a Johnny might actually be the pick here. We've also been seeing a lot of good white cards going pretty late. So I think I am actually just going to slam the Johnny. I guess it's not really slamming it. Slamming it is like you immediately see it, grab it, and go for it. But here it was more of like a decision. Like I was thinking about it for a while. Yeah, I think a Johnny is just pretty good.
By your side.
Then we followed up with this pack, which is pretty awkward. I only have 2 cards that trigger Colossal Majesty, but I'm not playing Mighty Leap. Like, I guess I could take Dwindle. Dwindle's the best card, in my opinion. Am I just stuck in the same situation where I'm still going to be sitting here choosing between these? Like, I take Dwindle, and then might end up not even running a Johnny and just being green-blue? We'll have to find out. This pack is easily Declare Dominance. This pack is easily Declare Dominance. And man, the white cards, maybe there were good white cards in the Declare Dominance packs, but this pack and the second pack just had nothing good in white, so this is kind of a problem. If there were like actually good white cards, I would absolutely be all in on this Johnny, but it's not really happening. So there's Oakenform or Centaur Courser, and we have nothing that really triggers off auras right now, so I believe we'll just take Centaur Courser. These blue cards aren't insane. Omen Speaker's alright. The white card's pretty garbo. The black card's pretty garbo. I can take a Talons, then it's something that I can definitely run, or I can take an Omen Speaker, and then I have 3 decent blue cards. I think, again, I'm just going to take the thing that I can absolutely run in this deck. Greenwood Sentinel or Giant Spider? I have double Sentinel, only one Spider, only one 4-drop at all, so I'll take another Spider. Now there's a 2-mana 3/1. That's like the best thing we've seen in white, which isn't even that good. Like, I like just 2/2 Vigilance better, and I definitely like Dryad Greenseeker better, so I don't really feel like I need that. So I'll take a Bristling Boar. I think it's time for a Dreadmaw. I could take another Gear per Guide, but I think I want more top-end stuff. Right now we just have the Gaspar Twins. Woodland Stream definitely helps with the green-blue. There's also Omen Speaker. I think I'm actually just going to take the mana fixing here, though, because I do have multiple 2-drops right now that are alright. I guess I take an Anticipate that I could end up playing. Uncomfortable Chill, another card. It's not great, but I could end up playing it and not feeling awful if I do end up in blue, and I just need cards to fill out the curve. Let's actually move that over there. Oh boy. There's a Lich's Caress or a Gaspar Twins. So I think it's just got to be Gaspar Twins because I know I'm playing it. Dreadmaw, Johnny's Last Stand. Dreadmaw, Rock's Oracle, or Titanic Growth. I have 3 really large green creatures now, so I think I want to pick up more ramp. If I pick up Dreadmaw, I definitely want to pick up more ramp. And I think Titanic Growth I could just play regardless, like no matter what. I do have double Declare Dominance, so I do already have some like pseudo removal, so yeah, I guess I'll just grab Dreadmaw. Heck is bad. Heck is really bad. Like, you try to be the Ghost Form deck. Ghost Form can be insane, but I'm not that kind of player that is Ghost Form guy. Aether Tunnel, though, I mean, Aether Tunnel's kind of the same kind of thing. Yeah, I'm really just not playing any of these cards, so I guess Aether Tunnel over Ghost Form? I'm fairly certain we're just playing green-blue at this point. Just splashing in blue a little bit. So now I have a Talons of Wildwood and an Aether Tunnel, and that's it for my auras that I actually want to enchant my creatures with, so I don't think Druid of Horns is going to be good. Woodland Stream would probably be good, but I'll just take a Dwindle. Alright, it looks like we got pretty rewarded here. I'm definitely going to take another Skyrider Patrol. Yeah, not missing much. We're missing out on a Dwindle, but I think Skyrider Patrol is strong enough that it'll be better than just having another one of those. I'll take the Bristling Boar here. I like being heavy green for all the double green cards that we have, just so our mana base is nice and easy. Just splashing in the blue stuff, and we're not even really concerned with having our blue mana early game. Like, all of these cards, it's okay to play them on like turn 5 or 6. So this pack's bad. All of these cards are not being played. Like, I could run a Plummet, but I don't actually think I'm that worried about flyers. I have double Giant Spider and double Skyrider Patrol. Daggerback Basilisk here, maybe? Yeah. Better than the rest of the stuff. This pack's just bad. Totally Lost is playable sometimes, but I don't know if it's for this deck. Titanic Growth will pick that up. Just put another Ghost Form in the sideboard if we want to be that guy. Pick up a Plummet, pick up a Wall, pick up a Bog Stomper, and an Island. All right. Well, I have a Johnny for my collection from this draft, so that's kind of cool, but I think I'm going to take Talons out and Aether Tunnel out, because these 4 have Trample already, so they don't need Trample or Unblockability, and they're our primary threats, so I'm not actually worried about the Aether Tunnel or the Talons. Totally lost. I don't actually think I need a totally lost in this deck. And then I gotta take out one more card, so maybe just take out a Rocks Oracle. Maybe a Daggerback Basilisk, just because anything a Basilisk is going to kill, these giant dudes are going to kill anyway. Actually, Basilisk is so good with Declare Dominance, though. Oh, I completely forgot about the Daggerback Basilisk into Declare Dominance combo. That was like my bread and butter when this set first came out. It was always Daggerback Basilisk into Declare Dominance, but I completely forgot, so I think that there were some picks there where I should have been taking Daggerback Basilisk higher, but I just completely forgot about the interaction there. So yeah, I am definitely actually running the Basilisk in here. So yeah, in that case, I think... Well, this deck's more aggressive. We probably just take out a Giant Spider. Leave all these aggressive cards in. And run it like this. I just took out a Giant Spider. I don't want that to be my picture. Let's make the picture the Skyrider Patrol. No, actually, let's make it pretty basic. Woodland Stream. Green blue. What a pretty deck. Alright. Let's see how far we go this time. I have gone 7 wins on my last 2 ranked core set drafts. See if we can keep that up. I feel like this deck's pretty good. Really possible to do that with this deck. I don't know how likely it is, though. There's no Blanchwood armor in this deck, and that's why we're going to lose. We had Blanchwood armor in our last 2 decks. That is the sole reason we won. So we're just curving out here, not a lot to say. They start off with a Daggerback Basilisk. I think I'll absolutely just swing into that, and if they want to get rid of one of these little guys instead of something big later, that is super fine with me. And I think they are pretty inclined to just block the guide, which they end up doing. I'm actually going to pick the Rejuvenator here, just to guarantee that I hit. Oh my god. It is a good thing I Rejuvenated, because that was a bunch of not lands. But yeah, I was going to say, I do think I really want to hit 5 mana here. I'm actually just going to Oracle. Not really going to declare dominance just to kill a Giant Spider, when I could kill more stuff later. Thornhide Wolves. Well, now I have double Declare Dominance. Yeah, let's just say Thornhide Wolves is basically dead now, and then attack with Oracle, see if I get to kill the spider. Trade with the spider here. If I trade with the spider, I've cleared what they have on field right now. But they could just draw into another good blocker, or just already have one in hand to cast. So let's see what they got. Another Thornhide Wolves. Well, that's awkward for sure. But excuse me. If I declare dominance on the Brock's Oracle, I get to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage to them. From all of my other creatures, I get to kill both their Thornhide Wolves, and then they just have a Giant Spider left. So they go to 7 and they have just the giant spider. However, if I play Courser, then 2 turns of Declare Dominance and they're just dead, because then their entire field's blocking only 1 creature. Yeah, I'm going to just play the Courser first, because that leaves them just definitely dead to Declare Dominance next turn, Declare Dominance the turn after that, regardless of how many million blockers they have. Oh, I'm very happy about this Declare Dominance now. This is pretty awesome. So now they don't even get to draw cards after Colossal Majesty. And I get to kill 2 creatures instead of just 1. Well, I get to kill 3 creatures instead of just 2. The Thornhide Wolves was basically already dead, but... So we're going to kill the big Thornhide Wolves and the 1/1. Now you don't get to draw cards off Colossal Majesty. Then you are just dead next turn. I honestly don't think I even needed the second Declare Dominance, it looks like. So they drop a Rock Circle. They have 2 blockers now, so they block my 3/3 and my 2/2. They take 3. Okay. Now I needed the second Declare Dominance. But... fortunately for opponent, I do have it. Well, Declare Dominance makes for some easy bake wins. That was a declaration of dominance if I've ever seen one. Card is pretty busted. It's kind of... I don't know. It's kind of irritating to me because I was a huge fan of Overrun, and I was super fine with Overrun in core sets. And then the reason that they gave for taking out Overrun from core sets is that it would just be like the percentage of time where you cast it and win would be just ridiculously massive. Like, it was just really hard to beat. But I'm like, Declare Dominance is the same kind of thing. It's just not as cool. This hand's really awkward, but I'm still going to keep it. This is best of 1, so I can't really afford to mulligan into a hand that's bad, so I have to mull to 5. With the turn 1 Neonate. They're on the life gain deck. Possibly. Ooh, black-red. Maybe they're just like Neonate. They're on that black-red burn deck. Well, this hand is real slow, but if it gets there. I'm not going to Titanic Growth their guy. Don't need to stop me so that I can Titanic Growth a creature right now. It's just not going to happen. I think the only time I'd ever Titanic Growth an opponent's creature is if they cast something that's like destroy each creature with power 4 or greater. It's just like, in response, Titanic Growth, haha, got him. This is not one of those times. Alright, well, I'm not a huge fan of what's going on, but the fact that it didn't play land is nice. But Neonate is already terrifying to me, because I'm going down to 13 right now, so Neonate will put me at 12. So all they gotta do is just keep hitting me with Neonate, and then things are like so bad. The Neonate is working out pretty well. Doomed Dissenter. Alright, let's play an actual blocker here and hope it doesn't get immediately killed. Next turn, we'll play the Sentinel, save up Titanic Growth mana, unless we draw something better, like a Centaur Courser. Centaur Courser, I think, would be like the best draw. Or just a land. A land would be good as well. That way I can hit these Dreadmaws for sure. Yeah, definitely want to play a dude next turn. Alright. We got the land, so I can start casting Dreadmaws. Opponent is stuck on 2 lands. If I attack with Boar, they block with the center and get a 2/2. I don't think I want to do that. Because then they crack back really well, because the Boar also just blocks all these 2-power creatures well. Don't really think I want to attack until I have a Dreadmaw out. And maybe even not then. Maybe not till I have multiple Dreadmaws. Alright, opponent's game plan is definitely the Neonate at this point. Dreadmaw, hope you don't have removal for it. Get in with the Boar. I think the worst thing they could possibly do is Swamp Active Treason, or Mountain Active Treason, or Swamp Murder. If they don't have Active Treason or Murder, then I think I'm good. And even if they have them, if they don't draw their 3rd land, then obviously either of those will happen. Suspicious Bookcase. That is kind of spooky. That's pretty good with their Childonite, but I got the big boys coming down. Hopefully just overwhelm all their tiny stuff. Huh. Here's a creature that can block 2 of yours. This has not been much of a game. They've still been able to like cast a card basically every turn, which is nice, but they're probably sitting here with a bunch of good 4 and 5 mana cards, probably even some removal and stuff. And they are just getting sharded on by the Magic Arena Shuffler. Gonna give the Neonate +2. If it dies, the draw. Oh, Gear per Guide is just lethal, I think. I have 8 mana, so I can only do it once right now. But that is lethal, I think. They have 4, 5... No, okay, it's not lethal. I do have enough mana to guide something and growth it, but that's only 11. So they have to take 1 damage from something else. I'm just going to Dreadmaw. We will come in for the lethal Gear per Guide next turn. For now, we'll just probably kill them. Alright. Not a great game. Not a super fair game of Magic. Definitely a very unfortunate game for our opponent. So on to the next round. See what happens here. Alright, this is a good hand. It's got both my colors, and I guess technically if I don't draw land, then I don't have much action, but I do have Greenwood Sentinel and a Titanic Growth, and I drew into a Gear per Guide for my turn 3, so I have action. And there's my land, so now I can cast everything in this hand. Makes me very happy. That is a 2/3/4 curve, Sentinel into Guide into Spider. Opponent is on mono white currently, so we'll see if they draw into another color off their Encyclopedia. I definitely like that they dropped down an Encyclopedia when I have a good curve to try to get in there and kill them before they amass card advantage. Definitely, if this were a slower hand, Arcane Encyclopedia would be pretty hard to beat. The card advantage it gets you is very, very good. They just get to draw 2 cards a turn. It looks like they're not even saving the mana up to do it, because they're just casting a 1/1 and a 1/2. And I think I will just attack in and see what happens here. no blocks. Interesting plays from the opponent. I think I'll drop the Skyrider Patrol first and just start putting counters on dudes every turn. They're gaining a bunch of life from the priest and their other guy. So I think we just make the Sentinel big, give it flying. Send in with the flyers. If something crazy happens, I have Titanic Growth, and if nothing happens, I'll just cast another Sentinel. Alright. They are gaining a lot of life. Alright, so we have Rock's Oracle, which I could just cast that down onto this board. I think I like just getting all the value I can out of this patrol before they kill it. If I make the Sentinel... Let's see, I can Titanic Growth the guy. I probably should have just attacked with everybody last turn, but I will this turn. I can Titanic Growth if they force me to. Yeah, there's no way they could block super well here. Might as well just stay aggressive so that they don't overwhelm me with card advantage. Should be trying to kill them as fast as possible. Okay. What are they doing here? All of their creatures get +1/+0 and indestructible. So I lose my guide, or I lose a Greenwood Sentinel. I guess I just lose a Greenwood Sentinel. I don't need to be blocking super hard right now. I don't really need the Vigilance. That was a really good card for our opponent, though. Quite a good make-a-stand. They got to make a stand and set up for the 2-for-1 and basically fog the rest of my damage. So that's pretty good. Declare Dominance. Oh boy. Yeah? Why not? Like, I don't kill everybody, and it's possible they just, like, make a stand again, but now I do get in for 5 at the very least, and get them to at least trade a 1-for-1. Even if they play another make a stand, I just traded. I guess that would be a 2-for-1 for them, so that would be good. So I'm going to get rid of their 2-4 and their 1-2, because I actually don't think they'll have enough creatures to gain life off that guy again. Off the Lean and Vanguard. Alright, so they're down to 10. Cleared off their board. For the most part. Here's a Trusty Pack Beast. I don't think they lost an artifact. They did not. So that's just a 2-3 and a Luminous Bonds on the Greenwood Sentinel. Okay. So we're going to go to combat. Hopefully Skyrider Patrol just gets us there. It's definitely putting in work towards that. I'm going to play the Bristling Boar here. It's more aggressive than the Giant Spider, and I just want to play my aggressive cards. Alright, well that worked out well. They were drawing a lot of cards off the Arcane Encyclopedia, but it ended up being a lot of lands and some not very impactful cards. Just like 3-mana 2/3s, 1-mana 1/3s, stuff like that. Alright, so we got a Perilous Voyage, which is basically useless. We still don't know what happens when cards rotate on Magic Arena. We don't know if they're going to give you a bunch of gems based on the amount of cards that you had that rotated, or if there's just absolutely no reward for you if your cards just rotate. So if there's some kind of reward based on the cards that you had that rotated, then Perilous Voyage is at least slightly doing something, instead of being something that will go into my collection and I will literally never touch it or notice that it's there. Alright, this hand has a 2-3 curve, and it has a 2-3-4 curve if I draw a land, which is pretty cool. Opponents on red-green, they lead off with Goblin Instigator, which is interesting. That is not a card I usually picture in red-green decks. That is red-black, red-white. That's what I'm used to with Goblin Instigator, because red-black has ways to sacrifice it, red-white has ways to pump your whole field. Red-green, not so sure. They could declare dominance on like a 1-1 and let their entire other field tokens get in, so it could be that kind of play they're trying to do. Suppose we will find out as the game progresses. They could also just have it in there because it's basically a 2-mana 2-2. It's just split up. Manalith from our opponents. They're probably on red-green ramp, so I'm not a huge fan of our matchup here, because we're kind of trying to do the same thing as them, except that they are going to get to their high mana cost faster because they've just dropped a Manalith on us. Bristling Boar is very nice on this board. So, I still don't feel like attacking. If I attack with any of these guys, they're just going to get blocked by 2/1/1. Definitely not attacking with the Basilisk, but I might have... Maybe should have just attacked with like the Sentinel. Now I really need an island. Now I really, really need an island. Yeah, I guess I just hope they don't shock my Basilisk. We just trade a Basilisk for the Dreadmaw. Any 2 lands and I'll have bigger guys than this Dreadmaw though, so this isn't like super awful. They could also have Sure Strike, that would be pretty bad. Alright, a trade it is. Don't cast Palladium Moors. So I think we just lose. Yeah, I can dwindle that if I ever get an island, but it's probably not going to happen. That's another thing that I just remembered, is that I remember that the auto... Oh my god. The auto-suggester only put 3 islands in here, and I don't think I ever changed that. I think I just put in my green-blue land and called it a day. I think we should definitely have more than 3 islands. We don't need forests that much. So I'll have to double-check that after this match, and we might lose because of that. I don't feel like the auto-suggest mana is very good, but I often end up just using the auto-suggested mana because I forget to change it, which is pretty bad. There's another habit I need to get rid of here. If I draw an island right now, I'm actually in a... No, I'm not, because they put a Blanchwood armor on it. Completely forgot about the Blanchwood armor. So if I draw an island right now, it's got trample too. This is just actually insane. I was not beating that deck. I was not beating that deck. Jesus. Well played from our opponent. That is the absolute nuts. 11-8 Palladium Moors with First Strike, Vigilance, Trample, Hexproof. deals 11 to me, and it doesn't have hexproof anymore, if that mattered. And then they just thudded at me for a freaking 11 more damage. They didn't need to play any other cards that match, and that would have been terrible. Alright, let's check out this random pack we got from Win. That was an insane game. Amplifier, not my kind of card, but it does fill out my collection of the set more. Alright. We are at average, we're at 3 wins, so if I lose the next 3, then I still got like the average wins out of this. 3 wins, 3 losses, exact average. But hopefully I do a little better than that. That would be nice. Alright, let's see if we get a 11-8 thrown at us again this game. Hopefully not. Oh, I forgot to edit the deck again. I do think it should have like another island. Probably just one more island, one less forest. So this is not a super great start, but we have the Greenwood Sentinel and we have a Dwindle for whatever kind of threat they have. And the start just got better. Looks like we're on the mirror match. We are both on the green-blue. They will probably be heavier blue than me. I'm basically just splashing blue, but we'll see. They might be like full-on regular green-blue. No chump block just yet from our opponents. So they're down to 13. I like that. Vinemare. Hexproof is a problem. A Declare Dominance is a nice solution. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do that now. I don't want them to be able to do anything with this Vinemare. So let's kill both their creatures. Get that Vinemare off the board. That thing is terrifying. Ear per Guide of their own. And a Rabid Bite to kill mine. That's unfortunate. Dreadmaw, get in there. That was a very good draw. If I draw a land now, then that was probably just the best 2 draws I possibly could have had. Just Dreadmaw into land. So they are scrying hardcore for an answer. They've got a Colossal Majesty, but nothing to draw cards off it. Now they're going to need 2 answers, because I did just draw Dreadmaw into land, so that was exceptional draws. Blocking with the Omen Speaker to prevent 3 of the damage. And here's Gaspark Twins. You've only got 1 up, so you can't scatter it. Vivian's Invocation. Alright, here we go. Alright, they hit a Thornhide Wolves. Unfortunately, that is not big enough to kill either of mine. Alright, I was spooked. If they Invocationed into a Pelakka Worm, that would have been sick. Pelakka Worm, kill my Gaspark Twins, and then they have a 7/7 blocker for my 6/6. In which case I would have dwindled it and still probably killed them, but then they would draw a card, would have died. Pelakka Worm would have been awesome. Or they could have been like my last round opponent and hit like Palladium Wars off Invocation. Vivian's Invocation is so cool. Unfortunately, they only hit a Thornhide Wolves, which actually isn't that bad. But on that board, it was not as big as my fatties. I don't think I'm going to mulligan this. Probably should. I mean, I'm going first. Really want to hit lands here. And yet again, I forgot to add an island. I will just always forget to edit this deck. Ooh, that is not a good draw. Dwindle, not really a card you want to see till pretty late in the game. At least in my deck. Suspicious Bookcase. Ooh, good. Alright, I'm playing the Basilisk first because you can actually attack into the bookcase. because the Sentinel doesn't really do much. It doesn't have Vigilance, so I might as well just send a message. Take that, bookcase. I love how they're so intrigued by the bookcase that they just keep running into that instead of my opponent's face. Alright, well now we're just trading basilisks. I guess we're going to the skies. New plan. Go into the sky and start putting counters on the Sentinel. Really good couple of draws there. Very nice to get the island. That is definitely what I needed. So they probably have Titanic growth, so I'm not going to send them with the patrol. Woo! Blanchwood armor. That works too. That works too. They end up just dwindling the Falcon. I think I do. Just hope they don't have, like, natural eyes. I don't have the mana to do anything yet, but I can hit them for 2. They may have forgotten about the second part of Dwindle. That, or they just really wanted to stop 2 damage. But yeah, if I were my opponent, I would have just not cared about that, and hopefully either eventually gotten enough forests to do anything with the Falcon, or just jump blocks at the trigger. I actually... no blocks. Kinda wanted to just trade with the Sentinel, but at the same time I was like, I can make this Sentinel a 3-3 and still have it untapped, which ended up being the good play, because now I'll have a 3-3 to block their 2/2s. Now I'll have 2 3/3s to block their 2/2s. Skyrider Patrol is so good. If things continue at the way they have been, this will be the second game Skyrider Patrol has given me the win. Alright, well the Patrol is not attacking anymore, but the Sentinel certainly is. Maybe I should just cast Dreadmaw, actually. I kind of like just saving him for when I have no other way to win this game. I am still just winning this game if we both don't do anything else here. Opponent's down to 11. It is at this point where I think I am just going to trade Basilisks with them if they allow it. Maybe they'll just bookcase to get in for 2. Yeah. Okay, so they get in for 2 a turn. Not that scared of. Yeah, I have not seen any giant creatures yet. I'm about to have a Dreadmaw out, so I think I'm fine to not have that guy there. And I'm very happy with that draw. That is a creature that is cheap enough for me to counter up the Courser and still swing in this turn. No. Still going to save the Skyrider Patrol back in case they have Titanic growth. So we're going to clear out those guys. Now all they have is a bookcase and a spider. Down to 7. And I have the mana to drop this guy. If I draw another land, I'm probably just using Patrol's ability again and casting Rock's Oracle instead of Dreadmaw. It's like opponent just scoops. Because all they had was land at that point. Skyrider Patrol is so good. Alright, now, before I forget, ooh, Drowned Catacomb. That's an incredible random rare to get. That's actually really, really good. Let's go back to the deck and see how many. Yeah, we're going to take out 1 forest, put in 1 more island. Like I keep forgetting to do. Bam. The blue is just a splash, but Skyrider Patrol on turn 4 is just so good that I think it is worth running 5 blue sources for. Basically, literally just for that. Because the Dwindles are like, yeah, we're fine to use Dwindles super late. But I think we're just running a lot of islands to try to get Skyrider Patrol out as soon as possible. Or as quickly as possible, more accurately. Alright. Listen, if it were 7 lands and a Dryad Greenseeker, I'd probably keep it. This card is... I love this card. This card's awesome. Alright, well, it's a good thing I put more islands in, because I got some Dwindles to cast this game. Ooh, Supreme Phantom. Heard this guy's selling t-shirts for like $100. Alright, that was a horrible joke. We're gonna pass turn, and let's not forget to use Greenseeker during their turn. Loxodon Line Breaker. Opponent is off to a quite aggressive start for white-blue. This does not feel very Azorius of them. But this is a core set and not a Ravnica, so it should not really feel Azorius. Ooh, Gaspar Twins! Hello! You're not a land, but I'm happy to see ya. We'll get there eventually. Did you say nice to my boar? I guess because the 3-2 is really good at trading up to it. Maybe they just like the boar. Who knows, man? I'm just not blocking. Taking 4. Land? Ugh. Greenseeker, you failing me, man. Alright, now I only have to take 1 damage a turn again, though. So that's good. Of course, they could have the thing... They could have Inspired Charge. That would be brutal. So if they attack with everybody, they probably have Inspired Charge. Okay, they're just casting Shield. Good. That is just a 3-3 that is nice and easy to block. Alright, so we're going to trade our 3 drops for each other. Oh, they don't even swing in. That's not fun. I wanted to trade 3 drops. Don't just sit there and save up for your Inspired Charge. I can make Courser a 6/6 and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, kill everything but Shield Mare. That's happening. Not doing it on Bristling Boar, because they can literally only block it with 1 creature, so then they still get to block however they want. So that seems bad. Maybe should have attacked with 4 here and tried to start putting the pressure on, because then I hit them for 4. Alright, so we're killing the 3-2, the 1-3, and the 1-1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I actually probably just kill the Shield Mare over the Lifelinker. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, and then they just have a 1-3. It does have lifelink, but it's a 1-3, so... That was pretty nice. Still hitting me for 1 every turn. I'm down to 13 now. It's getting scary. Will I ever get value off the Greenseeker? Oh yeah! We did it. We did it eventually. Oh, and there's Giant Spider. It's ya boy. Now I can stop taking damage. Yeah, that actually is nice. There's no thanks button. There's no thanks button. Oh! Trading off the Chaplain for the Boar. They did have Inspired Charge. I am so tremendously happy about that Declare Dominance now. That ended so well. Inspired Charge would have destroyed my soul. My god. Alright, Greenseeker, what do we got? Oh yeah, I'm drawing that. Another Declare Dominance? Not yet. Let's play the twins first. Yeah, pretty sure I win this game. Now I'm just drawing more cards than them thanks to Green Seeker being insane. And we're in top deck mode. And if you're both in top deck mode and you have Green Seeker, there's like no way to lose. Oops. Let's not stop there. Ooh, see? Look at this shit. Card's so good. GG. Still saving Giant Spider back because I don't think I'm going to kill their Phantom. Maybe I just don't kill their Scholar, actually. Yeah. We'll do that. Double Dwindle if they somehow have threats. They're at 30 life. They have time to draw into something. That's not a land, but that card's sick. Oh, no. Sad. Are they scooping? Said good game. I mean, I'll respond with good game. I don't understand. I don't understand. I feel like... I don't know. I don't know. I've had so many people say good game, like, without the game ending anytime soon. You gotta cancel? Nope. Maybe they're trying to say, like, well played. Be like, wow, nice misplayed, but they would literally have just countered anything. I don't understand. Now they're saying, oops. Good game. Okay, good game. I don't understand. They're just saying everything. They're just running through the options. Just play all the stuff. This is awesome. Window that boy, so you're just like super dead. Just play a million cards. Ooh! Hey, they had that thing. If I lose this game, that's insane. Even if they play the Wrath of God and just Rock's Oracle and try to recover. Which is like, if they played Wrath of God, they'd be playing it off the top, which means they'd have nothing in their hand, where I'd have a Rock's Oracle and a Dwindle, so I think it's basically impossible for me to lose this game. Just attack with both of these and they're dead on board. Whichever one they block, they die. Alright. I think that's 6 wins in. I think I'll only need to win one more time to get another 7-win run. So, if you want to know my strategy for always getting 7 wins in Core Set 2019, it's draft green. Of course, I haven't won yet, but I have gotten more gems than I paid, which is super nice. And I got a Johnny out of this. The collection is expanding. I don't know what it is about Constructed, though. I still don't really like it. Everyone says it's like the best format ever, but it's still just... I just don't enjoy playing it. Don't know why. Like, I have all of the cards to make whatever deck I want at this point. Because I have a whole bunch of wild cards and stuff, and I've already made, like, the standard competitive mono red build and a competitive Vannifar build. And I've played both a bunch, and I just get bored. I don't know what it is about standard. Or just constructed at all, really. This is a sick hand. This hand curves out super well. We basically just pretend Rejuvenator is my 5-drop, and this is just GG the hand. And a Green Seeker for late game. I like this a lot. So yeah, now my turn 5 is Guide and Rejuvenator if I draw land. Or not Guide, Green Seeker and Rejuvenator if I draw land. This is a sick hand. Opponent is on mono green there, though, so they could Blanchwood Armor the shit out of us. Okay, they're on green-red, but they still have approximately 50,000 forests. So, Blanchwood Armor is super lethal if they are running Blanchwood Armors. This is also the same color scheme that we lost to last time. It was green-red, tossed out a Manalith, all of a sudden Palladium Wars is out. So, there could be a repeat of that as well, and that would be bad. So they have 5 mana. Next turn's going to be awesome. Rejuvenator and Green Seeker. Like it. Watch them play a Rejuvenator and a Green Seeker. That would be sick. I would appreciate it. Four mana? Ooh, are they going to bolt my Guide? They are. Fair enough. So now I cannot just swing through that Rejuvenator. They will be able to chump block with it, but that's fine with me. Oh yeah, Woodland Stream, get out here. And just keep swinging. We're curving out on them. They didn't have something to stick on the board last turn, they just got to get rid of one of our things, so still get to just keep swinging in for now. But now here comes a Dreadmaw, I assume. Yep, that is a Dreadmaw. Whew. I'm about to one-up that Dreadmaw. Ha! Mine's bigger. This is when they, I forgot the card's name. Declare Dominance me. It's just so bad. Ooh, Fiery Finish! That does exactly 7? Nice. They have 1 green left, so I'm just gonna block that with absolutely everything. Okay, they're not attacking. Well, now is the time where I need this Green Seeker to let me draw some good stuff. And I guess it isn't really, unless they kill this Dreadmaw as well, because now I just start attacking with this Dreadmaw. I don't know if I should play the Sentinel. I don't think there's a Green-Red Wrath, but there's Declare Dominance. If they get to do the damage however they want, so they can just kill like all of my non-Dreadmaw. I think I still just play this guy. Just makes them more dead if I draw my own Declare Dominance. But they were already super dead, because I just +3 the Rejuvenator and get in for 6, 9, 10, 12 without him. So maybe I should not have played him. Wow, they're getting the answers. This is going to be an embarrassing game to lose, but it's not looking good. Embarrassing because I have a Green Seeker out that's let me draw 2 cards at this point. So it's like I have the card advantage, but I'm still kind of losing. Because they have the good removal. I have Dwindles, if I can get there. Yeah, let's not just draw that, please. Oh my god. When you get mana flooded, even when you have a Green Seeker out, it's pretty impressive. So I think I block Fire Elemental with a Courser and a 1/1. And I just let the Dreadmaw happen for a while. Nightmare. Okay. So that'll get double blocked by the 2/2s that are left over, and then it's just they have a Dreadmaw and I have a Greenseeker, and that's the fight. That sounds like a fair fight. Dreadmaw versus Greenseeker. I like that attack a lot, because my plan was to just kill the Fire Elemental even if they attacked with both. So I like that a lot. Because now I just don't take 6 damage, but I do the same thing I was going to do. Well, that's kind of awkward. Kind of awkward in that I don't have my 3/3 anymore. So I do that, I kill their Vinemare and their Rejuvenator. And they take 2. I don't think I want to do that. Just going to draw into another Dreadmaw or another Gaspark Twins. That's what I want to do. Dreadmaw's going to start getting in there. How do they have so many cards? They have like no draw engine, but they just have a million cards that are actually relevant. Oh, Jesus. Okay. That's just the talents. That is nowhere near as bad as I thought it would be. That would have been horrifying on the Vinemare, but Dreadmaw I was already not blocking, so this is fine. I guess now I'm dead in 3 hits from it, but I was already dead in... No, I was not dead in 3 hits, but no. Okay. Fair enough. Centaur Courser does not really do it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I draw one more creature, I can kill them. So I need to draw a creature. I need to not die this turn and then draw a creature. It's not like insanely unlikely, because I have the Greenseeker. I've already drawn a shit ton of lands. Alright, come on. Creature. Alright. Actually, that doesn't work, because the creature's not going to have haste. Let's not be a derp. Oh my god. Really, Arena? Guess I can kill everything but the Druid off of a Declare Dominance. Then I block Dreadmaw with my 1/3. One, two, three, four, 5. Yes, I can pump a Sentinel, hit them for 5. Block with the Dryad. Take 4, 5. Okay. We've got a plan. I don't like it, but it can work. Again, like, this is why I want another creatures. I could hit them for literally 7 if I pumped the Greenseeker, but they're at 8. Oh yeah, I forgot the Sentinels have Vigilance. Okay, so I can chump Dreadmaw with Sentinel and keep the Greenseeker alive, I guess. Okay, so we're going to kill... That is exactly how I want it. I want to kill Lightning Mare, I want to kill the 1/1, I want to kill the 5/3. So I have 5 damage, so I can't really kill the Druid. Oh! This game is so scary. They're down to 3? So I actually... But they've got 2 blockers, so I can put them to 1 life yet again. I just straight have to draw something good here. I don't know if that does it. That's a blocker if they don't have a removal spell. So it really depends on if they drew well, because I have not been drawing well so far, but that might work. Please? I'm dead no matter what. If they kill the twins, I'm dead, period. I don't need to leave anyone back to block, because that's a 7 power trampler, and I have 5 toughness without twins. So I am dead if they deal with the twins, period. Could have a pump spell. We'll block with both, just in case. Okay. Titanic Growth, I would still have been dead, but Sure Strike, I would have died to Sure Strike if I didn't double lock. Oh my god, that was so scary. Oh, that was ridiculous. My opponent's deck was very, very good. Wow. That was a real match there for the final round. Well, yet again, that is a 7-win run through Core Set 2019 with a base green deck. Green is just awesome in this format. It is sick. Let's check out what's in these packs and move on to whatever we're doing next time. There's a Sun Cleanser. Nice! Common Wild Card. Giganosaurus, that's adorable. Well, thank you everyone for watching another Core Set 2019 draft. I will see you all tomorrow for another draft or fun format of some. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.